All right. Welcome back, y'all, to another week, another episode of the No 304 Show. And of course, I got my co-host in the building. Got my brother Blue Ray. What it do,
Hey, 7 what up, what up, what up, chat?
man? Chilling, man. Chilling, man. We got some great news today, at least from my perspective. Uh, we're gonna talk about this Diddy case, and it's been a long time coming for the brother. But we're gonna chop it up and see what about that. Let me see what we got in the building. We got Code 67 Sports TV up in here. What it do? We got Aladdin Saddam is in the building. I am Waffles up in here. AB in the building. Rod Neal, the homie in the building. Brother HC Boxing. We got Young World in the building. We got Vincent Williams in the building. The brother Woke is in here. Shelton LWC Enough and Reloaded in the building. Tim TV 212 is up in here. We got the homie Gabe Moore is in the building. What it do, Gabe? Isaiah W. Universal Truth. Superman in the building. We got King Mac the God in the building. What it do?
What up, what up?
All right, man. So check it out, y'all. Y'all share this video on all your social media, man. Hit that like button. Tweak the algorithm. What's up, Corporate Head Sports and Entertainment in the building?
Hey, real quick, 7 before we start on the Diddy trial, man.
Uh-huh.
How you feel about the Tevin Farmer situation, bro?
Him getting knocked out?
I feel like they stopped it too early, bro.
Oh, really?
Yeah, bro. Of course
Oh,
we know. Of course we know he got days. He was hurt, but I feel like a veteran of that stature, bro, you got to let him go out on the shield and give him opportunity. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like because even when the referee stopped it, you could hear Tevin Farmer said, "I'm good, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good." You know what I'm saying?
right.
So even though no, he kept, we don't seen plenty of people get caught, with nice shots and they worked their way back and came back and won the fight. You know what I mean? Especially for the first round, man. I felt like you stopped it too early, and some people might disagree, and that's fine. But I just feel like that, that it was early. He shouldn't have stopped. He should have let them go on and let them go out on the shield. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, they could have let it go on, but in this day and age in boxing, it's going to be hard pressed to find that now because with families filing lawsuits against the athletic commissions and referees and all this type of stuff, man.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as somebody get knocked down a couple times back to back, man, they ready to call it quits on that joker, man.
Yeah.
In this era of boxing, at least, you know what I mean. But yeah, I thought he was gonna get knocked out, but I feel you. They could have technically let it go on some more, but if one more punch would have put him in a coma, then then everybody would have been criticizing the referee, talking about he should have come on, man, how many times the guy gotta get knocked down?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's what he did.
Now, I feel you. I know it's a risky call. You know what I mean? Don't get it twisted. I just feel like the fact that as soon as he got up, you could hear him say, "I'm good," because a lot of times you seen people get knocked down, they don't say anything. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
The fact that you could hear him saying, "Hey, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good," that let me know that he was okay. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't seen a million people get knocked down, and the ref stop it. They know, man. Hey, I just didn't have it. But the fact that he was the first round, he was still positive enough to communicate. Hey, I'm straight. I'm all right. I'm all right. He got me with a good shot. Then I feel like because it was about to be the end of the first round. You know what I mean? He could have came
right.
back second round, regained it, and gave us a good show. So we'll never know. But I just felt like it was too early, bro.
Yes,
What the
indeed.
what the chat saying?
I ain't seen him. See, let me finish. What's up, Jay Gibbs? What's up with the I Am Legend Boxing? The homie Woke in the building. What it do? Bionic Prince in the building. Phenomenal Mexican. What's happening with it? Um, let me see here. Uh, 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 my brother CJ Robinson up in here. What it do? Said glad real men still exist. Facts, bro. It's crazy out here. What's up, my brother? Walking down round. My brother Jerry Green. What it do? Yeah, man. But ain't nobody talking about it in the chat.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, yeah. They trying to hear about this. No, ref. He said, "I am legend." Say the ref didn't know Tevin always crossed his eyes. Wow.
Yo, come on, bro.
Gave it to him. Gave it to him, man. And,
That's a petty one.
yeah, man. But check it out, y'all. So let's get to it. We got. Let me put this on the screen. All right. So uh, uh we got one count. This is what Diddy charges were. Count one: racketeering conspiracy. Diddy was found not guilty by the jury. Count two: sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion. He was also found not guilty uh, uh, by his peers. All right. Um, Count three: transportation to engage in prostitution. He was found guilty of that. Count four: sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion for the other Jane Doe victim, so-called victim. He was found not guilty of that. And then count five, he was found guilty of. So basically, Diddy was only found guilty of transportation to engage in prostitution. So paying a sex worker to come see him so he can fuck, or paying a sex worker to fuck Cassie. That's what he was found guilty of, right? So this is nothing. Okay, this is some shit. He gonna be out of jail in no time. But you know, these niggas sensationalizing shit. Don't know what the fuck they talking about. Oh, he's done. No, he's not, motherfucker. No, he's facing 10 to 20. You stupid fucking pricks. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. This man is not. Diddy is not finna do that kind of time over some shit like this. If they give Diddy some ridiculous time like that, that means this is a new precedent. They're gonna have to give everybody who get caught with having sex or transporting. Hey, Blu-ray, take over from my bad, bro. Take over from me real quick.
All right, now you good. One thing about the whole situation is that he's a first-time offender. That's the one thing people have to really consider, that he's a first-time offender. That he doesn't have any violent crimes. And as far as I'm not an expert in talking about people being locked up, but I know and I've heard about people collecting so many points based on the crimes they committed. So the fact that he's a first-time offender, we already know for sure that he's going to have some leniency based on being a first-time offender. Then not only that, now the one thing that's really messed up is that the fact that he didn't get any bail, and the reason he didn't get any bail, the prosecution used his own words against him about the defense actually said that Diddy was a violent person. You know what I mean? So when they were trying to get bail, they literally used his own words against him. The prosecution used the words against him, and then the judge, even because I actually followed some people that were actually in the courtroom when they gave the verdict. So, and they said that the judge literally said that, hey, you did say that he was a violent, that you admitted that he to P. Diddy being violent. So that was one of the main factors of why P. Diddy didn't get bail. But like 78 said, he's not going to get a lot of time. He's going to do some time, or he could get time served. It's up
Yeah,
to the judge's discretion. So we'll see.
yeah, yeah. He gonna end up getting. My bad. I had to dip out for a second. He
Nah,
gonna
you
end
good.
he gonna end up getting time served for the situation. Um, or they're gonna give him no more than 2 years, and they're gonna have to take away. He's gonna have to get credit for the time that he has been already locked up. So if they sentence him in October, he would have been locked up for over a year.
But
Okay.
they're trying to expedite the
Yeah.
sentencing.
Yeah. They're trying to expedite it and get it pushed up. So I know they got a hearing on I think Tuesday. Um, whatever day is the 8th. I think
That's
they got,
July 8th. Yeah.
yeah. On the 8th, he got to come in and they got another hearing. So they might let him out then. They might, whatever the case may be. But he's not going to. He's not going to face no 10 years and 20 years, and not for these charges. I know that's what.
Yeah, and so how does it work when you're a first time offender? Because I'm not,
Yeah.
I know that you got to rack up points and all that. I'm not too, knowledgeable about that part of it.
Well, for first time offenders, it's like 21 months, right? 21 months for the charge is the recommended sentence. But when usually when they give you 21 months, that's probation. So a lot of people who are unfamiliar with the criminal justice system, they all, he facing 10 to 20 years every day. I'm like, bro, y'all some stupid idiots, bro. Like, bro, people face, the charge hope goes up to 20 years. Okay. But for a crime like this, Diddy's going to end up getting like, let's say if they run it concurrent and they run it all together, like, they give him 2 years,
Yeah.
3 years, whatever the case may be. He's going to get credit for the time he already has been locked up, and then they're going to also give him probation. So he got to stay out of trouble for 5 years or something else like that. It's going to be some stuff like that, bro. It's not going
And he can deny, and if I'm wrong, he can deny the probation and serve his time, right? Is that true?
Yeah. He can he can, if he want to, he can just do the time so he don't have to be on nothing. But
Exactly.
he ain't gonna do that. Did he gonna whatever he gotta do to get out, he gonna take that. You know what I'm saying? He gonna take
Yeah.
that to get out of here. But uh he said, I forgot to ask you guys if Trump comes through and pardons him, just in case the judge decides to give him the maximum sentence. Well, Trump is definitely gonna pardon him. If the judge do something unprecedented like give him the maximum sentence, then Diddy will win his appeal, and the judge will probably get in trouble because the judge is going to be using he's going to be using his personal biases against Diddy
Bro, I
because
don't think Trump will help did it, bro. Me personally.
I think he is. I think he will. If Trump see Diddy getting railroaded, he gonna step in. Watch what I tell you. He gonna step in. That's just how Trump be doing. He ain't go. He not gonna. If he see the dude getting railroaded, he gonna step.
Well, the reason I believe and it's just me though. You know what I mean? I feel like he wouldn't step in because of the type of, the video apps, things of that nature, and the backlash he gonna get. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he would, because I don't because when people ask him about the remarks that P. Diddy made about him, he basically just blamed it on the Democratic Party and Puff not being knowledgeable about certain things. He didn't even take it personal. But the fact that he got the video out beating Cassie and all that, and it wouldn't look bad because he beat a woman, I think that he would stay away from that, me personally.
Yeah, I doubt it, man. Trump got he ain't no stranger to accusations with chicks, man, rape and everything else, man. Trump can't play no high horse like he want to stay away from something else like that. Shoot, Vince McMahon that's his man's now. Vince McMahon did all kind of filth for him. Filth. Trump don't care about that.
Now that is true. Now that is true.
Yeah, I don't think Trump gonna care about that. But also, yeah. So my prediction for this is he's not going to do no more. I said on my other channel he gonna do no more in 2 years. But I think most of that gonna be on probation. You know what I'm saying? I can't see Diddy doing like these crazy numbers that people thinking they wishing and hoping the man gonna do 10 years and all that stuff. And then let me say something else too, man. For these simps out here, bro. Listen, man. I know y'all. Listen, bro. If you saw your mama get beat up, your sister get beat up, your girlfriend, your ex-girlfriend get beat up, whoever get beat up, right? That's all tragic and it's all sad and shit, right? But you can't persecute Diddy because he's a bad guy, because you don't like him. That's not the way the fucking law works. You can't say, oh man, I don't like this nigga. He beat the girl up. Well, the government didn't charge him with that, you bitch ass niggas. The government didn't charge him with beating the girl up. And why the fuck do you simp ass niggas care so much about the girl getting beat up when she didn't give a fuck? She the one who kept going back to the fucking man.
Now that's a fact, because she had plenty of opportunity. He never held her against her will. That's a fact.
Yeah, like what the fuck are you talking? The jury already decided. The jury already decided that this motherfucking dude is not guilty of the fucking racketeering conspiracy and sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion. You know
So
why?
let me ask you this:
Oh,
Did you watch
let me say this one part though.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you why the jury said he was not guilty of it. This is what the lame ass simps don't understand. They saw the sex tape. They saw the freak offs. Yo, black asses didn't see it. You're talking all this shit, but you didn't see the tapes. And the jury got a chance to watch this bitch on the tape, getting fucked, begging for more, tooting cocaine and doing everything else, and Diddy wasn't nowhere to be seen making her do shit. The judge, I mean, the jury saw her fucking the sex worker. They saw it. And that's why they said, oh, this man ain't guilty of this shit. They acting like this motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? They acting like this motherfucker doing this and doing that. And we waiting to see this tape. We thinking we gonna see Justin Bieber and shit. We thinking we gonna see this motherfucker and this motherfucker. But they ain't see nothing. Motherfuckers ain't seen shit. Because y'all niggas came on this YouTube lying for a fucking year, talking all this stupid ass Illuminati stupid shit. And all this, oh, Justin Bieber, and the feds got the tapes of this, and the feds got the tapes of that. And now the jury actually seen the tapes, and all they seen was that bitch Cassie on there fucking prostitutes. She was the one fucking prostitutes. And Diddy walking around with a mask on, jacking off like a weirdo. That's all they seen. But go ahead, Blu-ray.
Nah, did you see the video I sent you? So I sent you a video, and the guy was I don't know if he was a prosecutor. No, he was a big defense lawyer, and he was saying that he didn't even with all because he do a lot of celebrities. He said that he didn't even understand the charges that P. Diddy was against. It was so ridiculous, the charges that they had him about a one-man RICO. You know what I'm saying? He was like, bro, I didn't even understand the charges. And so based on that effect alone, man, that stuff wasn't gonna stick, man. They were reaching, trying to overcharge just so they could get something on him.
Right. It's ridiculous, man.
So what? Somebody in the chat said something about beating him.
No. That's what niggas been saying all day. Coming on YouTube talking shit about, oh man, oh yo, why y'all celebrating Diddy? Why y'all, oh man, he beat the girl up. Man, fuck that stupid ass bitch. I'm sick of you niggas coming on here fucking caping for these hoes. This is why you lame ass niggas always in a fucked up relationship.
No,
you simp ass niggas always doing this shit, trying to save a fucking hoe. That bitch knew what the fuck she was doing. She liked fucking Diddy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She like him. Ain't nothing fuck we can do about it. The fuck you mean? You gonna keep trying to save the bitch? No, baby.
But bro, that's weird, bro. You like somebody so much that you would disgrace yourself, bro. That's weird to me, bro. That's crazy.
It's unbelievable, bro.
And he didn't force her to do anything, bro. That's the crazy part. Like, for the people that didn't watch the trial or did watch the trial, I'm like, bro, this woman was making a phone call. That's just like Vlad put out a statement. Vlad said, I don't understand why Cassie is not being charged with the same exact charge that P. Diddy is being charged with, because she was the one. All the sex workers said that she contacted them. She made all the transactions. She did all the business. He was not there with a gun to her head, forcing her to do anything, bro. So the fact that she acted on her own cognizance, bro, lets us know that this is what she wanted to do. And she should be charged too. It's just my personal opinion. You know, she pimped the system. She finessed the hell out of Diddy. I ain't gonna lie, but
yeah. For sure.
It's crazy, bro.
She finessed the system, man. She played the game. And my thing is, I'm sorry, I'm just not. I've seen too many good dudes. Like I say, when I was locked up, bro, most of the dudes in there, 70% of them in there over a bitch, over some in some way or another. Whether it's their sister, their mama, their girlfriend, their baby mama, it's some type of shit. They in there over a girl.
Bro, you say 70%?
At least 70%, bro.
Bro, that's a lot.
It is, bro. And I'm gonna tell you, it was dudes in there for murder and dudes in there for this and that, violence and assault and all that. But then when you get to talking to them, you realize they in there with a girl. Like for one of my cellies was in there. He had a homicide. He young dude too, and he done murked somebody. So, on the surface, you just like, okay, he done popped somebody, probably over some dumb shit, whatever, right? But then when he telling you his story, he tell me that his homegirl that was like his sister, right? They both grew up in foster care together, so they was like he was like his sister, and
Mm-hmm.
uh, she they was both street people, right? He used to hit licks, rob people, and steal and all that, and she used to sell pussy and steal, doing what they gotta do, but basically um, she linked up with some cat and some older dude, and she was selling pussy to the older dude. But I guess one day the older dude didn't want to let her leave. He wanted her to stay with him and shit like that because he knew the girl was homeless. So he like, well, yeah, you gonna stay with me? And she like, nah, I'm gonna find somewhere else to go. He like, nah, you gonna stay with me? So the dude tried to like basically kidnap her since she ain't got nobody like to care about her and shit.
Yeah,
So
look out for it. Yeah.
right. So he tried to like keep her as his like little in-house sex slave. So she ended up sneaking to a phone and calling her people. So dude came over there and and rescued her and shit. He popped the dude or whatever, right? Got her up out the house. Now the police know all this is true. They know the dude did kidnap her, but they still charge him with the homicide, premeditated murder, like you know what I'm saying, of murking old boy. So
Wow.
yeah, so he in there basically over the broad, right? So that's my point. Is like when you start looking at all these dudes' story, these dudes that's locked up stories, they in there over a woman somewhere or another. So my point is the simps, they keep trying to save these chicks, bro. These chicks don't want to be saved. Like all that shit, you a good hearted nigga. These bitches will use you and your good heart and use you for the simp ass lame you is. They'll use you for a place to stay. They'll use you to pay the bills.
Right.
They'll use you to to take care of their fucking kids. They'll use you for all that shit, and then still go fuck with a nigga like Diddy, and that's why some of y'all niggas hate Diddy.
Bro, I told you about the girl, my home girl, that said she only with her husband because of the lifestyle he provides for her.
Right.
That's it. She literally said that. It came out of her mouth. I'm with my husband because of the lifestyle that he provides for me. I was like, whoa, this man thank you in love.
Yep. It's crazy, man. But that's what these dudes do, man. Anything to get a pat on the back from these chicks, man. Especially dudes that were raised by single mothers. They raised with this complex of trying to get praise from their mama, trying to please their mama, and then they take that into the adulthood and trying to please a bitch constantly, trying to make a bitch happy, make a bitch like them, and prove their self worth to some broad that don't give a fuck about you, bro. This
Yeah.
bitch, this bitch continued to go back constantly back to Diddy, even when she got married. The bitch went back to the nigga who she say was beating her up and she's supposed to be terrified of.
And then they mess around inside the residence of her husband.
What you say again?
I said, didn't he come over to the house and they had intercourse?
Yeah, yeah. Diddy came over to the house and fucked her in the house, and she claimed Diddy raped her in her living room floor. But then, this is the crazy part. She's saying this just to cover for her husband. But then she say, after he supposedly raped her in the living room floor of her husband's house, the prosecution asked her, do I still got that up here? I think I might have deleted that. Let me see if I still got that up here.
Yeah.
Let me see if I still got it. No, I think I deleted it. Damn. They asked her, they said, if had you ever had intercourse with Diddy after he raped you in your husband's living room?
And
She
she
said
said yes.
she said yes. And then she said, yeah, I went to his house. We had dinner and all this stuff. Like the prosecution said, why? I mean, the defense said, why? Why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? If he did all this, oh, we had a good day. We had a good day, bro. Her husband is a bitch, a simp, a lame, ridiculous. And everybody that support this stupid trick, Cassie, is a dumbass, lame ass, simp ass nigga too. And you deserve exactly what the fuck you got coming. All you niggas protecting this weird ass girl that cheat. How the fuck is Diddy so bad? Diddy's so evil, but this bitch ain't evil. She did the same thing he did. She
Facts.
was fucking.
100%.
Oh, he made her do it. This is crazy. But let me. But also, we also know that Diddy was denied bail. his lawyers asked to for them to get for him to be released. His lawyers wanted him to be released immediately following the not guilty verdict for the serious charges. And the judge said give him a couple hours to think about it and hear both arguments. And the judge came back and denied him bail. And in my personal opinion, this judge was being biased. And I think the judge is racist, my personal opinion. And I think he's being biased. Because Cassie and other alleged victims, so-called victims, came out and told the judge, wrote letters to the judge and asked them not to release Diddy. Not to release Diddy because they fear for their life. This is why I say that's illegal. The jury decided that they are not victims. The jury said these women did this on their own will. We saw the tapes. So who the fuck is the judge to turn around and listen to a person that you ain't got no more power, Cassie? So why should you be able to say any fucking thing? This is bullshit. You shouldn't be able to say shit. Let me see here.
I agree. Did you see where the reason they didn't give him bail is because they used his own words. I mean, his own attorney words against him about that he was a violent person.
Yeah, that's bullshit. They talking about his attorneys conceded to the tape because they kept playing the tape of him beating up Cassie over and over again, and they said, yeah, that's fucked up. We know we're not defending that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's some violent shit. Yeah, we know he did that. But that was in 2016.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but that's what they used against him, so he wouldn't get the bail.
Yeah, but that's to me, that's what the judge is using to try to say that's why he did it. But he full of shit because if violence, if somebody, because you beat up your girlfriend, right? Because you beat up your girlfriend, if that's grounds to deny somebody bail, then that's a new precedent. Now you have to say that anybody in a domestic violence situation shouldn't be able to get bail now, right? If you beat up your girlfriend and you in court and they want you shouldn't be able to get bail. But right now, somewhere in Detroit, Milwaukee, Chicago, and LA, it's some dude right now getting bail for stumping a mud hole in his baby mama. So it's BS. The judge is using that shit as some BS. But I'm gonna tell you what he gonna do though. This is what's gonna happen, and this is what I think gonna happen. I think what they're gonna end up doing is by keeping him in, they're going to end up giving him time served. They're going to end up giving him time served. Right now, the judge is pandering to the people because the prosecution they took an L. And even Judge Mathis say what happened to him was unfair. Let me play what Judge Mathis had to say.
By now, you know that Sean Diddy Combs has been convicted of interstate transportation of prostitutes, two counts, and has been denied bail. Although I really am concerned about the assaults against the women, particularly disrespecting black women as such, we must go with what he has been convicted of and respect the jury. And as I had predicted, he should be convicted after hearing and closing arguments of only the 2 counts of interstate transportation of prostitutes. We'll see in the future. Listen to us this next week on the Mathis verdict, as we'll talk about the entire case and the sentencing. The sentencing guideline for a first-time offender is 21 months to 27 months for each count. We'll see whether they're consecutive, whether they're concurrent, or if he deviates from that first-time offender assessment or sentence, if you will. Stay tuned.
Yeah, I believe that's unfair for for them to keep him locked up and deny this man bail. That's kind of ridiculous. Over basically, cause y'all said he was violent. Who gives a fuck? 10 years ago, a whole bunch of people did a whole bunch of shit 10 years ago. What the fuck are you talking about? This is fucking ridiculous. The fucking jury just said this man wasn't guilty of racketeering. He not John Gotti. Okay, that's done. He not a sex trafficker. That's done. So what the fuck are we talking about? He paid for some pussy. This is fucking ridiculous. Yeah, the judge just found a loophole to keep him locked up. Hey, Young World, shout out to the homie Young World in the cash. I appreciate you, bro. I don't see your comment in the chat. Can you repost it, fam? Repost your comment in the chat, Young World. I don't see it, brother. I don't know why I can't see it in here. Yeah, they're gonna give him something like you just said, brother Doc, Professor. Oh, I see Young World. Uh, um, he says 78. I think the judge holding him is crazy. Seeing that as racist, can you break down why I think the judge will give Diddy a light sentence? Well, I think the judge gonna give him a light sentence because he's gonna be under pressure to do so legally. Because the judge already look biased right now. I'm gonna tell you something why, and this is what what Diddy's team, his legal team, kind of fucked up a little bit, in my opinion. They did a good job, but they were scared to play the race card in this case. And the prosecution, the government did a lot of racist shit in this case. Like, for instance, they had 6 white women as the prosecution team to prosecute Diddy, which is all about the dynamic. You already know what this is. This nigga got charged with the Mann Act, which was created for black people, like Jack Johnson. Okay? So they got 6 white women charging a black dude with the Mann Act, right? Then on top of that, every fucking juror that the prosecution, the government struck from the jury was a black male. They struck every black male juror from the fucking from the jury.
Wow, I didn't know that, bro.
Hell yeah, and because the media ain't reporting it. The last one, this black dude who lived in New York at the time, they gave him jury duty and picked him to be on the trial. He didn't even want to be on the trial. They picked him to be on the motherfucking trial, right? And then he moved in the middle of the trial. He moved, right, to be closer to his kids or some shit. And the government found out he moved, so he wasn't in the jurisdiction no more. And they got him kicked off the fucking jury, like he couldn't do his job. Talking about, oh, we can't trust him. He moved and didn't tell us. What the fuck? And then they replaced him with some white dude, and the man still got found not guilty. Ain't that some shit?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a lot of racist shit that's going on with this court case. This judge allowed them to pressure him, and he struck the last black man off the jury, which is bogus as a motherfucker. And then this bail denying shit is ridiculous. And then he called Diddy out because talking about Diddy was he tried to insinuate that during the trial when that girl Brianna was on the stand getting caught in her lies, when Diddy's defense team was tearing her ass apart because she tried to say Diddy was hanging her off a balcony on September 26, 2016, and Diddy was actually in New York staying at the Trump Hotel, and the government knew this because he was doing public events at the time. The government allowed this lady to get on the stand and lie when they knew she was lying, right? So Diddy's legal team tore her ass apart. So Diddy was happy and he was nodding his head like, yeah. You know, the judge told Diddy to stop nodding his head and threatened to kick Diddy out the courtroom.
Because he's nodding his head, confirming that
right.
my defense team is doing a phenomenal job because they brought on the stand lying on me. Come on, man, stop.
Right. So the judge is full of shit, bro. That judge is a fucking racist, man. And everybody try to tell me, no, man, he Indian, man. That dude, he seemed like he a young, hip judge. Man, that motherfucking racist, bro. That dude trying to make a name for himself. This is his first big case, and the government is bullying him into doing shit. But what's gonna happen now is, since he didn't prove that he already proved he don't like Diddy. So now what I think is going to happen, this is my prediction. When it comes to the sentencing, he going to go light on Diddy. Because you can't accuse him of being biased with Diddy because he been shitting on Diddy the whole time. So, yeah. And he's not going to want to sentence Diddy to some ridiculous sentence because he knows Diddy has grounds for appeal for all the shit that happened in his case. So if Diddy wins, no judge wants no judge wants another court to look at their decision and overturn it, because then that's like a strike against you.
Yeah.
So he not gonna do that. He gonna give Diddy uh, uh, 2.5 years, something like that, time served, probation, done deal. Done deal. Uh, uh, go ahead, Blu-ray.
Nah, man, shoot, man. You done summed it all up, man. We just gotta wait on this verdict. But like I said, I know they're gonna expedite the sentencing. I know they gotta, like you say, on July 8th, but they was trying to actually do it in October the 5th or the 8th, something like that. But they want to expedite it. So Diddy ready to get up out of there, like you said. That dude doing everything he can get up out that mud.
Yeah. He gonna be up out of here. He gonna be up out of here. Let me see here. Let me play what Lil Boosie had to say about it.
Man, I'm so glad Diddy free, bro. You know, the reason is because I'm tired of seeing us black moguls get took down like that, bro. Like, and I'm tired of seeing us black people go against us black moguls like that. And I feel like if Diddy was a white man who done all this shit for people, you know, I know he ain't paid people, but if he done all this shit for hip hop, if he was white, they would have had so many white people out there protesting for this man losing his life behind a relationship, you know. And people always, Boosie was on Diddy's side. Nah, it ain't that. It's because I'm thinking about 7 children. Y'all thinking about one person. I'm thinking about these 7 kids who been in my kid's position. Not knowing if your daddy gonna come home or not is a burden on the child. So all y'all was like, no, I'm thinking about them damn children, man. So man, I'm glad he free, bro. You know, like I've been said, I don't feel he was guilty of nothing. You know, nothing but domestic violence. You know, but the court spoke, man, and man, I'm happy that dude children, man. I know his feeling right now, right? I'm just happy for them children, man. So, you know, Diddy, sit your ass down somewhere. That's what you need to do. Grab Stevie J and your children and get the fuck on.
Boy, sit down.
Yeah, but no, I feel what he's saying, because like I said, man, when you done been through shit in life, man, you understand that kind of shit, man. When you going up against the system and motherfucker lying on you and shit like that, then you got these weird ass motherfuckers just believing anything and making up lies about you and shit. Like, this shit is fucking diabolical, bro. Like, bro, just think about this for a minute, Blu-ray. Put this shit into perspective, fam. Just think about last year, this time, right? Think about all the fucking lies that these bitch ass motherfuckers on YouTube and on social media in general was spreading about Diddy. Think about all the shit. Even the fucking feds, the government played into that shit. The government played into the shit. The government raided this nigga house with tanks and shit, and then took pictures of a fucking bunch of baby oil and had the whole YouTube streets running amok like baby oil was cocaine or some shit. Then they fucking lied and said the nigga had laced the baby oil with some fucking drugs. None of this shit happened. It's all lies. They said the nigga was fucking TD Jakes. They said the nigga was fucking Carl Winslow. They said the nigga was fucking Justin Bieber, Usher, Meek Mill. They done ruined all these people's reputations. Niggas did this. Not white folks. Bitch ass niggas did this. Niggas who want YouTube clicks. Slandered the fuck out of other black people, ruined their fucking reputation just for some fucking YouTube clicks is what these bitch ass niggas did. And now, a year later, none of this shit can't come out to be true. Ain't no apology videos coming from these faux ass niggas. Nothing. Ain't nobody saying, oh man, we was wrong about Diddy messing with kids. We was wrong about Diddy messing with this one and that one. And no, they slandered this motherfucking man for a fucking year. And that's why the fuck I'm defending them. all you hoe ass motherfuckers running around talking about, I can't believe people defended Diddy. Yeah, I can't believe you would lie on another black man and call somebody a fucking pedo with no fucking evidence. I can't believe you would do some shit like that, you weird ass, bitch ass niggas.
That's 78. So I got a question for you. I got some a perspective for you.
Yeah.
So the sex, now remember this. Remember, this was way before any of this even came to the light. The sex worker, the one guy that had the tape that Cassie was threatening. You remember him? The white guy? The one that said, dang, the one that did something, tried to shoot up something about Trump or something like that. That guy.
Oh yeah, that guy. I remember that guy. Yeah.
He was bald headed.
No, I remember the white dude.
Yeah, him. Right. So remember, he said all this stuff was happening even before this case even came into fruition. Now, everything he said was true. Now, he said something about Bill Clinton. He said something about Hillary Clinton. He said something about a lot of other people.
Uh-huh.
And he even said some things about kids concerning P. Diddy. He did say that. So we know for a fact that he wasn't lying about this situation right here. So, and I feel what you're saying. We don't have no evidence of, him dealing with kids, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I get that part. But my only thing is that the sex worker, this was like before COVID, bro. This sex worker made all these claims, and we know for sure that what he said was true. Now we don't have evidence about.
No. What was true was what he
Talk
said.
to me.
What he said. What was true was he said that he got paid to have sex. He said he was a paid sex slave because Diddy paid him to have sex with Cassie. That's what he said. Now the internet took that and turned it into some Illuminati weird shit that got to do with babies and all this other shit.
Okay.
That dude, I seen the actual tape, his interrogation.
Okay.
He said that Diddy and Cassie was paying him to fuck. He was a sex worker, and that dude also had some mental health issues. So that's why didn't nobody believe him at first, because he had mental health issues and he was putting dubs on it and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers say it'd be like, okay, if I seen Alicia Baumgartner at a fight and she gave me a hug and a kiss on the cheek, and then I come back and tell you, man, nigga, I fucked the shit out of Alicia Baumgartner, nigga. Yeah, for real, nigga, I did. Now I didn't just lied my ass off just because I got a hug and a kiss. So that's what dude did. But you can't really hold it against him because he was crazy. He something happened to him. I don't know if he had a bad joint or what, but the nigga went nuts. And he started.
But you understand where I was coming from, bro.
Yeah, I know where you're coming from. Yeah, but yeah, that dude, he definitely said that he was having relations with Diddy now. But yeah, that the internet made that other part up about them kids and shit. The internet made that part up. But yeah, it's no evidence that Diddy did none of that shit with no fucking kids. There ain't no evidence that he fucked none of these dudes, even though he a weirdo. It's no evidence. What's up, ILG Jones and everybody in the building? Charlie Woodward. There's no evidence he did none of this weird ass shit that they was accusing him of. These niggas on the internet was accusing him of. So they slandered this dude and ruined his reputation to make people scared to stand next to him. See what I'm saying? If you see, this is why I said all the time, that what you do is this. This is how how people character assassinate you. And I think Farrakhan said this a long time ago. He said, if the enemy, I'm paraphrasing. He said, if the enemy has no need to assassinate you physically, if they can assassinate your character to your people. Because if they can assassinate your character to your people, anybody gonna stand next to you. Now you done.
That's a fact.
So that's what they did to Diddy. It was an organized hit piece on this man, and all of these niggas should be sued. All of them. Everybody who can't Gene Deal, all these motherfuckers that was coming out here talking about Diddy was molesting Justin Bieber and Usher when he was a little kid. That's fucked up, bro. That's some fucked up shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Usher, you ain't heard Usher say none of this shit. You ain't heard Justin Bieber say none of this shit. Justin Bieber is a dope fiend by his own doing. You had niggas on YouTube blaming Diddy for Justin Bieber being a dope fiend. Talking about, man, yeah, Justin Bieber stressed out, man. He's stressed out about, he thinking about them Diddy tapes that the government got. And he's scared they're going to release them. Like, this is unfucking believable, bro.
So you don't think nothing transpired between him and, because Usher did say that, when he was a kid that, you know, that he was over there doing stuff he wasn't supposed to do, and that he wouldn't send his kids, he wouldn't send his kids to Diddy house. You remember that?
Right. But come on, that's the same shit. I can say that about my uncle. When I was a kid, my uncle fucking bitches and shit like that, and smoking weed around me, and drinking and shit, and leaving blunt roaches in the ashtray and shit like that. Yeah, I wouldn't want my kids around my uncle and them either. That don't mean they was in there doing nothing to me, molesting.
No, but I'm gonna keep it 1,000. Like, I'm not saying that he did anything to Usher, but I'm pretty sure Usher would be candid and transparent about some things that we'll probably hear some things that'll be real messed up. But because Usher, he always try to stay away from it, like every time.
I don't believe it, bro. They gotta prove that shit. I ain't putting that type of jacket on no nigga.
No. What I'm saying, I'm not saying that he did anything else. What I'm saying is, like, if you ever heard Usher have even talk about Diddy, about what transpired when he was younger, being around Diddy, you know, he always, you know, try to avoid the conversation.
Right. Because Diddy had him out here fucking early. He was out here. He was just like Boosie. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, nigga, go and get your dick sucked, man. Go on up in there and fuck that little bitch, man. You scared?
Yeah. He even admitted to letting his son smash strippers and stuff.
Yeah, that's what he talking about. Shit that was inappropriate, that they shouldn't have had him around for sure. They shouldn't have had him around. You know what I'm saying? Doing that kind of shit. But that's anybody who got a fucked up ass uncle. You already know what time it is. And some girls will tell you about their auntie that had them letting them smoke weed, sneak over there, have a little drink, have a wine cooler, go down in the basement with your little boyfriend. Don't tell your mama and shit like that. Man, everybody got the cool auntie and the cool uncle. Everybody got that.
That's a fact. That's real.
Tony Snow say Trump pardoned Jack Johnson for the Mann Act, so he definitely going to pardon Diddy. Absolutely, that's what I think. Trump was all these presidents, even Obama dusty ass was the president, and this nigga didn't have the balls to pardon Jack Johnson. But you let Trump come in office and pardon Jack Johnson. Yeah, Trump. I'm telling you right now, if they give Diddy some crazy shit, Trump gonna pardon him.
So the Mann Act is basically what exactly?
It's some racist shit saying that a nigga took a woman across state lines to have sex with her.
So how they gonna charge him with the Mann Act when it's specifically a racial thing? When Cass is not necessarily just a white girl, you know what I'm saying?
Well, over the years they changed it because it was a racist ass law, so they morphed it. They morphed it now into yeah, you know, they still got a lot of little fucked up laws on the books, man. My homeboy, I want to say, like, I don't know if they still got this shit, but around 2005, my homeboy got charged with white slavery. The fuck is that shit, man? White slavery. Like, they got all kind of racist.
So what did he do?
Well, he was pimping. He was pimping on the bitch, but and it was a white girl. She was already a hoe. All he did was knock her, and she started paying him. And when the police picked her up for prostitution, they said, you know, we don't even want you. We want your pimp. And she said, my pimp. She said, well, I just met him. They said, we know, but he's still your pimp. And she fucking testified against him that he's her pimp, and the motherfucking the police locked him up and charged this dude with white slavery and shit and all kind of dumbass shit, man.
How many years did he get?
I don't know. I got out before him. He was still he was waiting around. He was in the county for 3 years and shit, waiting to go to trial. They kept pushing his trial back and shit like that. So I know they gave him some football numbers though. They gave him some stupid shit.
Yeah, dang.
Yeah, that nigga was mad. That nigga said we used to be sitting out talking out through the cell doors at nighttime, right? And you know, on third shift and shit, right? And motherfucker be like, hey man, what you gonna do when you get out? So, you know, motherfucker get talking about, oh man, I'm gonna work with my uncle at his auto mechanic shop, and other niggas like, I'm going back to school. Some nigga often go get custody of my kids. And then he said, PMK say, hey man, what you gonna do when you get out? This other nigga said, man, shit, probably go back doing the same shit, man. Ain't nothing else to do. Pimp K say, man, they might as well keep you in this motherfucker. Let me go home. I was dying laughing. That's
Yeah.
real talk, man. Yeah, let your ass stay in this motherfucker. Then let the
Nah,
real nigga go home.
nah, for real, no cap. That's crazy. Nah, but man, I guess we're gonna see the updates and everything concerning this situation, man. Yeah, that's crazy, man. But
Yeah,
we
yeah,
gonna
we're gonna see the end. I mean, the eventually we're gonna find out what happened with this shit, man. I mean, it's a fucked up situation. I'm glad that the man beat the racketeering conspiracy because the racketeering was the one where they could take all his assets and they saying Bad Boy Records is like the fucking Gambino crime family or some stupid shit, and then but it made no sense because how could he be the only one in the RICO?
yeah.
He the only one. Y'all gave everybody else immunity. Y'all trying to say he John Gotti, but if he fucking John Gotti, then who's Sammy the Bull Gavano?
But do you
Who
really think this whole situation was the cover up about the Abercrombie and Fitch? Remember we talked about that and the old boy exposed it. Do you really think it had a lot to do with that still, or because we don't? Matter of fact, we might need to cover that and
Yeah, we
see
definitely need to cover it next week.
what's going on with that because old boy was saying there's a cover up for that. So you know, it was a distraction at the end of the day.
Yes, yes, yes. I believe it's definitely a distraction for that, and it's also a distraction, most importantly, for the Epstein case because with the Epstein case, uh, people were naming names. They talking about presidents, British royalty. You talking
And
about
the one girl that was communicating about the whole streaming of British royalty situation. She ended up getting hit by a school bus at night.
man, you bullshit,
Well, I swear to God,
bro. That girl. So you being tell me this girl magically dead now?
bro, the girl that was on the Prince, you know what I'm talking about?
Right, right.
She magically, bro. I sent you the video of them talking about it.
Wow,
The video I just sent you, it ain't nothing about 10 minutes long. When we get off, just watch it. They talk about it in that specific video.
man, that's fucked up. They done took this girl out, bro.
Yeah, she ended up getting hit by a school bus at night. Think about
Oh
this.
my god, bro.
When
This
have you ever
people
seen a
is
school bus at
crazy,
nighttime, bro?
bro. This is madness. We gotta talk about this next week,
Bro,
bro.
if they would have said a bus, okay, cool. No, they said a school bus at night. Bro, watch the video I sent you.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch this. That's crazy, bro. That is nuts. But yeah, see the Epstein shit. What's up, love? Is the word. The Epstein list was it was powerful, and people were asking for the names. They say, "Hey man, we want to see that list. We want to see who on the list." It's rumors. We want to see. We want to see. So people wanted blood, right? And they took Epstein out. Talking about he unalived himself, which we know that's bullshit, right?
Bro,
And,
I hold on. Let me go here because I don't know if you know. So let me go here. And I need to go find the receipts. So from my understanding, there was somebody say, hey, Bill Maher know who did it. Because I guess Bill Maher did some type of interview with her. So come to find out, somebody said that Hillary Clinton, Bill Maher made a joke that Hillary Clinton called it. LOL, laughing about the
oh
situation.
yeah, yeah. I played that on the show.
You the one that played it.
Yeah, I played that
Exactly.
on the show. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So think about it. They said Bill Maher know who did it. You played a video that was focused on another conversation, and we skipped over there because I even mentioned about I said 7-8. Did you hear that? And they
Right.
said the Clintons. But remember that. Who was the main person on the island?
Yeah, Bill Clinton lived on that mug.
Exactly. That's the whole point.
Yeah, Bill Clinton. You know,
So
we know Bill Clinton.
I can believe that Hillary Clinton was covering up Bill indiscretion. You know what I'm talking about? Straight up.
Man, I can definitely believe that. Yeah, I know for a fact they unalived him. Ain't no way he did that to himself, especially when he was already on suicide watch. And it was two. He had two guards on his door. Two guards on his door. So when one goes on break, the other one takes over for him. So it's impossible for them not to see. So when you on suicide watch, they take all your shoestrings, everything, so you can't hang yourself. So both of these guards magically disappear and go on lunch at the same time. And when they come back, he unalive. And then both of the guards got the same lawyer, a high-powered lawyer too. Not no, not no union rep lawyer, a high-powered defense attorney. How do you get a lawyer so quick, and how can they afford it? It's cap, bro. You know, bro. They took this dude out, and then they used Diddy's situation, sensationalize this to give people that blood sacrifice that they looking for. They want blood, so they like, oh, here, we gonna give you Diddy. Every time in this country, something like this happen, they give you a black villain. Every single time they give you a black villain, bro. And this country been doing that bullshit, man.
Nah,
What's
for
up?
sure.
What's up, AB? What's up, everybody in the chat? Y'all smash the like button, share this video, man. But Blue Way, nah, man. Tell the people they can find you at, bro.
Man, we here at the No 304 show, man. Real content, no compromising. Giving y'all the raw, the real, man. Appreciate everyone for tapping in. Keep liking, sharing, and keep enjoying the content.
Absolutely, man. And we're gonna catch y'all next week, man. We're gonna be back and we're gonna go over this Abercrombie and French stuff. We're gonna go over a lot of different things, man, that ain't been talked about enough, man. So we're gonna go over some of these issues next week, man. We're gonna talk about Epstein too, man. But we're gonna holler at y'all in a minute, man. Thank y'all for joining us. Y'all be safe out there. Catch y'all next week. Peace.
Peace.